Hello, hello, welcome to the CTB show. Today is June 22nd, the double deuce. The weather, it's actually quite pleasant after a nasty little rainstorm. The third thing, almonds are bad for the environment. Stop eating them. Welcome to the show. My name is Evan the Mayor, coming to you from the Owl Bar. That is Brian the Levy, coming to us from Camden Yards.
Hi!
And from Lexington Market, pre-renovation, that's Casey the Kasem.
Narf.
Okay.
Is that
thanks.
Thundercats?
Look at your shirt, Brian.
Oh, got it.
Oh wow, Brian, you got like meta catchphrased.
Is it Snarf? Is that Thundercats?
I think Snarf and Pinky should get together and have their own show where they just sit there going Snarf, Narf, Snarf, Narf.
Oh,
Okay, another week, another show for you. We've got a hodgepodgeisode because we ain't got no guests. And not a whole lot of stuff has happened in Baltimore this past week that's any good. It's kind of more of the same, except for some sexual harassment. I don't know what I'm going for here.
That's not any good.
No, it's not any good. I told you, none of it's any good. But we will cover it. But top of the show plugs, we would like to thank all of the patriots, true patriots of the CTB Fam Zone and beyond, who have given us a little action on Amazon Prime Day. Lots and lots of things were clicked through and purchased. I read through a whole slew of items that Casey did not buy, so somebody else must have bought them.
You're all perverts. It's weird. It's nothing but lube and dildos.
Butt plugs is, as far as the eye can see, title of the episode. No, nothing. Okay.
I want it.
Casey, because you were the first person to visit the show notes Google Doc that we all share and Brian doesn't ever look at, why don't you bring us a topic of your favor, please? Thank you.
Okay, we're going to start with this one. So, Brian, I'm going to need a lot of, I need you to tap into your brain a little bit. So the fighters,
good at.
They're planning a Bee Gees. They're not planning. They're releasing a Bee Gees tribute album. So the Foo Fighters doing disco covers for the next Record Store Day, which is in mid-July.
I thought they just had one.
Yes. So this year, because of COVID, they split up their main Record Store Day to two different dates. Mm-hmm. So they just had one in mid-June, and they're having another one in mid-July.
Gotcha. And it sounds like the one is in mid-July.
I mean, normally it would be like April or March. I can't remember the exact date, but that's, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, so they're performing as the DGs, and it got me thinking of so what popped up in my head was Garth Brooks and Chris Gaines,
right?
And I wanted to, what's the best or oddest, either tribute albums or alter egos.
Well, I'm a big fan of, and it's weird because I can't remember the name, but there was that pop punk band that would do all the soundtrack covers. All the albums are called At the Movies or something. I don't remember what the band was, but they got like 3 or 4 of those. They're really good. There's that Ryan Adams, not Bryan Adams, cover, full album cover of 1989 by Taylor Swift. People really like that until they found out he was a creep,
Ain't that always the way?
So was David Bowie the first to kind of do that with Ziggy Stardust, where he had an alternate persona that he performed as?
Well, I don't know. What about Alice Cooper? I don't think
But that was his entire career, though.
Oh, well, isn't Ziggy's Stardust? What about Lady Gaga? Or
Hannah Montana, yeah.
Or Eminem versus Marshall Mathers versus Slim Shady, all that shit.
I don't
The
think that
Beatles,
counts.
I mean, Sgt. Pepper's was like, the first concept album where the idea is, they're Billy Shears and, whatever. Here's
Evan,
Billy
I
Shears.
need a ruling on that one, Evan. Do you think that's kind of in the same vein as the Foo Fighters doing a tribute album?
Probably
Disco?
not. I do think Beatles did a little more experimenting than maybe the DGs.
I don't understand how you think that this alternative rock band doing disco isn't experimental. Like, that's tough. It's tough to do. It's a skill.
Is it experimental or is it just kind of like, hey, we're doing a thing? I mean, I
Well,
don't think they're
because we can.
experimenting with the music.
There's nothing David Grohl can't do. And I would like to point out that as we were talking about this beforehand, Casey wasn't sure if the DGs were was a reference to Dave Grohl.
Mm.
And I just must say, it's gotta be. It's just gotta be. Right?
It's gotta be Dave.
Ooh.
I think it makes sense. Because I think it was his idea.
Here's another question. Casey, how many Bee Gees songs can you name? I think I can name 3.
Staying Alive. And
That's one.
That's all I can. I think that's all I can name.
Evan?
Staying Alive, Night Fever, How Deep
Saturday
Is Your
Night Fever.
Love?
Uh-huh.
That's it.
What about
I'm sure if I sat around, I could think of more.
so I had 4 because the 3 that Evan named, and I started a joke.
Okay.
I started a joke.
Yeah, that's like one of their pre-disco hits, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Bee Gees are good. Andy Gibb is good.
It's the Very Good Talk Show.
Right. Wait, I like this idea. Did have any of you guys ever actually heard a Chris Gaines song?
No.
I remember his very strange appearance on Saturday Night Live.
Right. I must have heard it there, but otherwise, no.
What, Casey? You're in the chair in front of the Google machine. What were the album sales on that Chris Gaines concept album? Chris Gaines : concept album.
Couldn't have been that good.
Not good.
Probably not.
Oh, you don't know that.
Oh, it actually had 2 charting Billboard singles, including the top 5 pop hit "Lost in You."
Okay.
And it was supposed to. He was supposed to use the Gaines persona in a movie that never materialized.
Ew.
Let's see.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh, what about Captain EO and Michael Jackson?
You mean the Doug Benson movie?
Wait, is there a Doug Benson Captain EO?
No, Doug Benson is one of the kids that's dancing in the background in Captain EO.
Is he really?
He is really.
That's
He talks
wild.
about it quite a lot.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I remember the video game.
You mean Moonwalker?
Oh yeah, whatever.
Where you have to save all the little children from the closets and the
Yeah,
trunks
it's
of cars?
basically like Predator, the Predator 2 video game, except less violent.
Is it?
Predator 2 was like a top down, and you had to go through apartment buildings rescuing hostages and killing
Predators?
no drug dealers.
Drug dealers.
If you didn't do it fast enough, the Predator would kill you.
So what about the hostages?
Well, it was like saving little kids.
Was this an LJN game? It sounds like one.
You know what? I don't remember. It was on Genesis, so I had to play it at a buddy's place.
Predator 2, Urban Jungle.
Danny Glover's best movie.
I enjoy that movie, even if Gary Busey is eating the scenery every single chance he gets.
But that's where and then I feel like this fits in with the whole weird like music cover crossover thing, because you get the alien skull on the ship of the Predator.
The biggest tease of all time.
I know.
We didn't get to see that matchup until like 15 years later, and then
it was very disappointing.
I am an Alien versus Predator apologist.
Ugh.
If only because I've read a billion. So Alien comics, like Predator comics, and thus Alien versus Predator comics, are kind of like one of my bugaboos. Like,
all produced by Dark Horse.
Yeah, like here's a big I don't know why this isn't coming through. Phone
You
book
got
size.
virtual background on, bro.
Oh.
So
I love this
Brian.
shit, so I don't mind a bad Alien versus Predator. And I'll watch it. I just like to see those two things fight.
When did Marvel take over the Aliens comics?
When Disney bought Fox, so I think they were like on issue 4 of Alien.
Oh damn.
Yeah, I got the first couple.
It makes me sick to my stomach that Disney owns Aliens. That's awful.
Well, they won't fuck with it. They'll let Fox. They're not going to be like, sorry guys, it's time for Alien 7, Alien Buddies.
Alien
hey, I need to eat some flesh.
Boy, it's Christmas Day and we pooped all over the floor with our acid poop. I've never seen a Buddies
Queen's gonna
movie.
be really mad.
Come on, buddies! It's time to save Halloween.
Let's go get Ripley. we gotta spit acid all over this spaceship so it can't take off, and we can eat all the people and impregnate them with our larva.
Look, the criminals are slipping all over our acid spit.
Whoa!
I'm dying. I'm melting.
We need an alternate track to the Aliens trilogy with those voices.
Here's something we need to have: Home Alone: Aliens.
Yes.
Kevin McAllister sets up a bunch of zany traps for all of the aliens.
For the Xenomorphs.
We can call it Home Alonians.
Home Alonians.
Home Alonians.
I like it. It's good when we get creative.
I made my space family disappear. Nope, they're all just murdered in cocoons under the house. Cocoonlian.
Speaking of which, yeah, what if in the movie Cocoon, all of the old people just came out as acid-breathing monsters? Much better.
As xenomorphs?
Yeah. Or it's like a the miniseries crossover with Cocoon with aliens, so they all have like alien heads underneath of their old people skin.
Hey guys, it's me, Steve Gutenberg, just hanging out,
shirtless,
swimming in the pool. Oh my God, it's an alien! Oh.
Whoa! I don't know why Steve Gutenberg does this a lot.
Does he? Is he like, hey, people can't see us, but we're moving our shoulders. Oh, hey, it's me, Steve Gutenberg.
He's constantly doing the white boy wiggle.
White boy suffer for Steve Gutenberg. Cute.
And when he does that, the predators don't see him, so then he's safe.
Oh.
What about?
It's like the kid with candy.
What about the I Am Sam soundtrack, which was all the Beatles covers? Does that count, Casey?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Evan, what say you?
Unfamiliar. What about the Judgment Night soundtrack that was all the like rap rock crossovers?
Yes.
It's pretty fucking good.
Again, the same era as Predator 2, kind of like maybe 2 years later. When's the last time you saw Judgment Night? I bet you that movie is problematic.
I bet it's not good.
But it's rough. Better is Ray Liotta in Judgment Night?
I can't remember. I know Dennis Miller is, and Cuba Gooding Jr.
And Dennis, do you mean Dennis Miller or Dennis Leary?
Sorry, Dennis Leary. Yes, that's what I meant to say.
Unless Dennis, I would love to like Dennis Miller to be like a bad guy. Yeah, babe. I think we should just kill everyone, babe.
I think he would have made a fantastic Hans Gruber, except like an American.
Oh, I would watch that movie now. I know Dennis Miller gets a lot of heat for being a dickbag.
Yeah,
I would watch that movie now.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
yeah, babe. These are my bearer bonds. Okay.
Like, you know how Kelsey Grammer was in Money Plane?
Yes.
I'm waiting for a movie I've never seen. Just listen to the Out of This Gaming podcast about it. I would love for Dennis Miller to be like a cameo in a. Why isn't Dennis Miller in Fast and the Furious movies?
First of all, we've already come up with the franchise that Dennis Miller should be in, and it's called the Conservatables. So,
yes.
Conservatables 2 with Dennis Miller. I don't know.
Hey, babe. I'm going to send you out on a mission.
What's up with all these haters out there?
Rule the world.
I like this talk show, actually.
We forgot another one. An obvious one. the Jay-Z Linkin Park album Collision Course.
Mm.
Is that what Crawling in My Skin is on?
I mean, it was originally on their first. That was originally on the first album, but I'm pretty sure that's on this album.
Well, then there's all that MF Doom shit where like all those do you guys remember mashups? Do they still do those?
Sure. Yes. The internet still exists, Brian.
I get worried sometimes.
That's
good. That's good. So Casey, are you going to buy? Was there anything good that came out on this last record store day? Are you going to buy the album?
I will buy this album. I thankfully I think the pressing is 12,000 copies, so I should not have to wait in line. I bought a couple things, nothing really worth talking about. I did pass.
Well, then that means they're absolutely worth talking about.
I can't remember them off. Like I did a lot of impulse purchasing, so I can't remember them off the top of my head. There is one album. It is, I think the artist name is Precious. She's this old blues artist. She's old, and I don't know. It looked interesting, so I thought I'd check it out.
I'm so sad. Got number two.
I broke my hip.
Pretty sure it sounds exactly.
Where's
like
my
that.
teeth?
I did pass up on the Grateful Dead live album because it's a huge box set with 6 records, and I don't have room for it.
Sounds terrible and not a thing that anybody would want. How much did it cost though?
Like $130. I got over, when it's a live album and you have to get up 8 different times to flip the record over or switch the disc.
It's almost as if there are superior mediums for listening to music. But who am I to?
Not for live albums. Not for live albums. But that's besides the point.
Well, you need the pops and the hisses.
Speaking of spending too much money on things, yeah, we're pivoting because we're at the 18-minute mark, and we got to cover another topic before we get to our shout-outs. But I just saw today on Reuters.com a report that's basically saying, hey, guess what? Fast food restaurants are doing away with lots of their value menu items because people are now not as price sensitive as a result of COVID. In other words, during COVID, everyone was really craving that spicy chicken sandwich from Wendy's, so they were willing to pay $8.99 or something like that. Regardless of all of the things going on with the value menus and whatnot during COVID, all of these fast food restaurants made shitloads of money. So much in the face of all of the ma and pa restaurants and bars and things that we love going out of business. So their response to that is, hey, let's get rid of the value items and raise prices on stuff, but kind of repackage it so it still looks like it's a, quote, value.
Well, on top of that, I was willing to spend $8 extra on and up to $10. Oh boy, I sure like a double QPC large meal. That'll be $25. Oof. Or I have to leave my house and maybe die. I'll spend $25 on that for Uber Eats, But it's hard to do.
Yeah, we're now getting to the point where a burger at even Burger King is now approaching the price point of a restaurant hamburger.
$6 or $7, right?
Or more. No, I mean I've seen up to $9 for the angry triple Whopper or whatever.
And the fucked up thing is, it's not like they're doing anything good, like paying their employees more. They're just
right.
they're just using it to make more money.
That was the whole thing about Chipotle. They're like, hey, we're raising everybody's wages to $15, but the price of that burrito is going up. And somebody on Twitter pointed out the fact that the CEO of Chipotle makes $64 million. It's just
right.
We can't shave off $4 million of that to pay our people. No.
Right. I mean, so I'm thoroughly addicted to fast food. I am every average American, I like my Mickey D's. I like my Five Guys. I like my, Chipotle. I like this stuff. I don't want to stop going, but how in The Good Place, it's oh, you eat at McDonald's once, you go to hell. I'm beginning to feel like that might be actually true.
It's a conundrum because you see these like value men quote combo meals that are like $12.99 at this point, and then you see the 1, 2, 3 menu, which apparently they're paring it down. It will no longer have 15 to 12 items. It's only going to have 8. Oh no! It's still ridiculous that you could walk into McDonald's with $3 and get like 2 McDoubles and walk out with change.
Yeah, Casey, could you do me a favor? Google how much did a McDonald's hamburger cost in 1995, let's say.
I can answer that question.
It's like 69 cents.
It was like 59 cents, and a cheeseburger was 69. But they would do this thing once a year or so-ish where it was 29 cents because it was a throwback price, and we would run out and buy like 15 of those fuckers and just sit there eating them until our mouths tasted like battery acid.
So when I was a kid, I'm pretty sure they had them for like 10 cents at some point. And my grandfather went and he just like ordered sacks of these and just
put them
on his freezer. Opened up his freezer and it was just McDonald's cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Casey's grandfather died at 25. It was very sad.
They were those Mickey D's cheeseburgers, etc., are very microwave friendly. Like all you do is beep 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 it down to 50% power level. Do 1 minute 11 seconds on one side and then like 40 seconds on the other. Boom.
I just leave it in the wrapper for 60 seconds. Pull it out. You're fine.
Okay, we're that. I just don't want to like get the molten hotness and then the frozen center.
Oh yeah, that happens.
It's horrible.
All right. So 1995, the McDonald's cheeseburger, the McDonald's burger cost 85 cents.
85 cents.
Ridiculous.
Right. But still, now you can get 2 McDoubles for less than $3.
No, you can't.
Sure you can.
McDouble costs $2.39.
Oh, okay.
Casey, can I get a check on a McDouble? Price check. I have McDouble.
But again, if the 2 for $5 is going away, like, what's the point? Why? I mean, the whole point is it is supposed to be cheap. This is why I don't go to Shake Shack, because you get like a burger that's the size of your, like, barely this thing I'm doing in my eye, and some waffle fries, and it's like $18.
Right.
I'd rather go to a restaurant.
That's why I like Five Guys, because you can get like 2 Five Guys and enough fries for like under $20. And I feel like that's worth it. You know? That's something I'm willing to do.
Yeah, you get 5 pounds of French fries and 1 hamburger for $20.
No, it's like 5 pounds of French fries and 1 hamburger for like $13.
Mm-hmm.
And for that food and price point, I find that's legitimate. But like when I go to fucking BK, who I really do love BK. Like I'm a McDonald's guy. I love BK. You know, I'm craving a Whopper. I'm ready for it. A double Whopper meal shouldn't cost me $13.
Right. It's the hubris right now that's going on additionally with the chicken sandwich wars, where everybody thinks that they're going to be able to, charge $8 or $8.99 for a fucking chicken sandwich at some point.
Well,
where even the Popeyes one was like $3.49 to $3.99. What was that, Casey?
There's also a chicken shortage, so I think that also might be playing into some of it.
Yeah,
because like
there's an
they're
everything
lying
shortage.
to you. Their chickens have always been short. They're really little.
Those roosters can still fuck you up.
They can.
You also have the condiment shortage too.
Right.
Like you go to Chick-fil-A, you can only get 1 sauce packet, which is like ridiculous.
Casey, I never use condoms. I'm not a sailor.
Well, I mean, I remember this back even less than 14 years ago. There was a tomato shortage at one point, and if you were to get a hamburger at a restaurant, they'd charge you like a quarter for a slice of tomato. For a slice of tomato. I don't know how many slices of tomato a standard tomato yields, but I guarantee it is well over the price point of that tomato. Wholesale. Sons of bitches.
Casey, how much does a McDouble cost?
I haven't been able to find that one, Brian.
What do you want, a fucking dial-up modem?
I was trying to look up the chicken shortage. Come on now.
Couldn't find the AOL chat room where that was.
Either way, what we need to do, and specifically for McDonald's at this point, because it's the most popular fast food chain,
is buy a franchise.
How do we menu foo this whole thing so that we get the maximum value when they're trying to strip away our rights to eat like gross, disgusting diabetes people?
So
for cheap.
I think they're on the right track with their like BTS meals and
right,
Mac Miller meals. I think he's that. I'm sorry. So, what they have to do is they have to think, what do people want, and what price points can we sell it to them for?
I think McDonald's makes a huge mistake when they try to get into the fancy burgers or the fancy chicken sandwich, like the chicken selects. It's like nobody wants that.
Brian, you just described business. Like,
and I invented a store. Now, what I mean, Casey, is
what can we sell it for?
What bundles can we get? For example, the Brian Levy meal, large Big Mac meal, 2 McDoubles. Ooh. I would be willing to spend $8 on that.
That sounds like more like a $9 or even $10.
Well, no, $8 is my limit.
Is that for the medium or the large?
Large.
Oh, I don't know, man. That sounds
a large
expensive.
Big Mac meal should cost me $5. How about that?
A large Big Mac meal. You know what's $5. Upsetting is that the 2 cheeseburger combo is like $6.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous.
$2.99. $2.99 for a large cheeseburger combo.
I remember back in my day when it was $3.99.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I need to return to 1990s. Let's say I went to Franklin High School next door to the McDonald's in 97. I need to return to 1997 pricing.
Right. And the ultimate outrage, of course, is the Impossible Whopper combo, which is like $9.99 to eat a not meat patty, plant patty.
I wouldn't know.
The Impossible meat shit pisses me off because it's just oatmeal, basically, and yet it's 5 times as expensive as any ground beef that you can buy on the market. Like, come on, guys. There's got to be a way around this.
I like it. I mean, it tastes pretty good. And
don't mind the taste. I just mind the price point.
Well, I mean, you gotta. It's like it's fast internet, right? Like cable internet. Like it was expensive when it first came out, and then it gradually came down.
It's not expensive now, Casey.
I mean, well, that's a bad example because of the Comcast monopoly. But I mean, like VCRs. Okay, VCRs were really expensive, and then they came down in price.
We were a Betamax family, Casey.
So what you're saying is by the time they've moved along to Impossible Burger 3.0, 1.0 will be very cheap.
No, I'm just saying, like, once you have a few more manufacturers that are doing similar things, which every day it seems like there's a new company.
Because they're going to move. Look, we all know that the future is crickets. And
no, it's not. You want it to be, but it's not.
The Cricket Whopper is coming out in less than 10 years, and the Impossible Whopper will be impossibly dumped in the toilet.
The Cropper.
The Crapper.
Cricket Whopper. Cropper.
The Cropper. The Hopper. Wait, the Cropper Hopper?
Oh, no, the Hopper. The Hopper's good. The Hopper's better.
All right, enough of it. Okay, any closing thoughts on fast food before we get to shout-outs?
I like it. Send it to us.
I'm hungry. All right, well then it is now time to celebrate the internet sensation. Give me the tray. Sweeping the nation. It is time for shout-outs.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Shout-outs is the part of the show in which we roll on through to a commercial break and celebrate people, places, and things that are giving us jollies and improving our quality of life. We did not solicit social media for shout-outs this week, so from the top of the screen, Casey, what is your shout-out this week?
My shout-out is to being on vacation here in a couple days, going to Ocean City and gonna relax. Don't know what restaurants are still open, but we'll find out.
Indeedly. I will double down on your shout-out because I am also going on vacation. I am leaving the country and going to Turks and Caicos. Yay! But the shout-out I had written down is shout-out to Gyros. Yummy.
Good. Yeah.
Really delightful treat.
Yeah, good. Lamb. Yum.
Lamb or chicken. Or beef. Or
I like
all
lamb.
3.
Delicious.
Brian, what do you got?
Shout out to convenience stores that sell beer. It's convenient.
Yeah, it is. It is so refreshing when you go to another state and walk into a Walgreens and you're like, I would like some ibuprofen and a six-pack.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, that's it. Whee!
Whee!
Shout-outs! All right, we're rolling right along into our commercial break. We'll be right back after this message. Oh, God, I love that commercial break. We are back. I am craving sparkly things.
SpikeJewelers.com.
We already got paid.
Oh, well.
All right. Good.
Just help it. Just help it.
All right, Casey, on the Google Doc of the remaining topics, what would you like to cover first?
Okay. Anything? I can pick anything?
Anything you want, buddy.
Alrighty. Did you hear about the guy who spent 15 hours straight in a Waffle House?
Yes, I did. Was
Yes,
it
he
some
lost
stupid
it.
fantasy football league shit?
Yeah, he lost his fantasy football league. So basically, the deal was he had to spend 24 hours in the Waffle House, but he got to subtract 1 hour for every waffle that he ate. So he ate 9 waffles.
Wow.
Did the article detail the time span that it took him to consume the 9 waffles?
I would imagine
did he eat a waffle,
hours.
take a break, eat a waffle, take a break? Because like if you spread it out enough, and you're shaving off the 9 hours, so you're only there for what's 24 minus 9. You could manage to get that 9th waffle down and be like, I'm out of here.
I'm trying to do some math in my head, and I'm bad at this. 9 divided, it's 3/5. It's 3 waffles every 5 hours, right?
Hey, listeners,
right.
Are you good at math? Do this math and then comment in the thing.
Okay.
9
so
waffles.
He managed to eat. He ate 2 waffles his first hour.
Okay, that's
Okay.
easy.
And yeah, so he tweeted the whole thing. So like, if we were industrious, we could
Good.
you know
Good.
pull down his Twitter and look at it.
We could do a live reenactment.
So I don't know. But are you guys aware that I used to work when I was my first job at school?
Casey, you talk about it like someone who goes to Harvard. Jesus Christ.
I don't remember mentioning it, but okay.
No, you've mentioned that you had worked at a Waffle House, which I thought is interesting because it's, I imagine every Waffle House has seen some shit in its day.
It definitely has.
Like
Did
literal
you ever
shit.
get robbed?
Did I? No, but people I know did that worked in our other stores. They did.
Okay, since we're still talking about food, what's your favorite thing to do to the Waffle House waffle?
The strawberry topping with whipped cream was always very good.
What's the thing I'm thinking about? Is it how do you get something there smothered? Oh, it's the hash browns or
the
whatever?
hash browns. Yes, yes.
They have, unsung hero of the Waffle House as the plethora of hash brown varieties.
What the hell is the name of the band? Hootie and the Blowfish named their album after the hash browns.
Fairweather Johnson?
Wasn't it like Scattered, Smothered, and Covered? Wasn't that one of their albums?
I don't know, man. I only know the first 2.
Other thing I love to get at a Waffle House is the vanilla Coke.
I can't say that I've ever been in a Waffle House.
Oh, well.
It's delicious.
Let's go.
All right.
We just have to go up to Hereford County for some reason.
Cool.
So this sports bet is impossibly lame. Those are the lowest stakes of all time. I mean, like the 24-hour commitment. I mean, just because you're sitting in a Waffle House, like you just bring your laptop and play video games and take naps. I could do that so freaking easily.
I feel like they wouldn't, like if you took a nap, you wouldn't be allowed to stay in there.
You would just explain to the manager, "Hey, look, I lost a bet. I'm not going to shit on the floor. I'm not homeless. I'm just here."
But I'm pretty sure they have strict rules because definitely there was people that would, they would, nod out and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they have strict rules, but you're telling them, I'm not really here to break your rules. Like,
I'm here to break your rules.
You're not like, hey, I ain't moving into this Waffle House. I just need to like fulfill this bet. I'm gonna buy some coffee. I'll be here for breakfast and lunch, probably dinner. I might take a nap or something. Like, just don't worry about it.
So are you aware that the was it FEMA has like a Waffle House grading system for disasters, and it goes basically because Waffle House never closes, even if they lose power. The theory is if Waffle House in that area is closed, then it's in a lot of trouble, and that's kind of where they prioritize. Let's say that hasn't happened. I actually cooked through at least 2 hurricanes and without power, and which is really uncomfortable because people come in asking for waffles and you can't cook waffles,
Casey,
because the electric's out.
I have no concept of where Cecil County is.
North.
Well, anyway, that's Waffle House.
Yeah, hey, Casey, is anybody, when you were working there, was anybody sexually harassed at Waffle House?
I'm pretty sure it happened all the time.
Oh, well, thank you for doing that.
It wasn't me, though.
Because this is the Bad News Baltimore segment that I didn't want to get to necessarily right away, but now's the time.
Oh.
Throughout the course of history, restaurants have a nasty habit of treating their female employees terribly.
If not just their employees terribly, the other employees treat their female employees terribly.
That too. So I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was a holiday time, and we were recording our holiday show at One Reverb in Lower Charles Village. And at that time, a Hamden-based donut shop called Full Circle Donuts made a boo-boo, posted a photo on Instagram of some president donuts. One of them was a Barack Obama donut that looked like it was blackface donut.
It looked like Mortimer J. Marker. It was bad.
It was pretty bad. The internet exploded in Baltimore. People raked this lady over the coals, and she has a lot of backbone and fought back and was just like, I'm not racist. Like, this is stupid. Whatever. I just decorated a donut. I don't care. So to set up her personality, like, she's not somebody who backs down. She doesn't give up. Has tenacity, if you will. Fast forward through year and a half when, the Union Craft debacle happened. The one of the owners was absconding employee and or customer phones and sending himself nude pics of the people that were on said phones. That made a huge deal on Instagram. And, fast forward to now, that person is gone. They're gone. They're not making money off of Union anymore. Union has restructured, so they're working their way back into the good graces of Baltimore beer consumers. Meanwhile, the Full Circle Donuts account kind of took the masthead of the taking people who are trying to Me Too these various restaurants under their proverbial wing and kind of posting about all of these various bars and restaurants that are rapists, let's just say. And so anytime you start to do that and mention people by name, there's going to be death threats and all sorts of other drama. And boy, howdy, is the drama highfalutin right now. I didn't know any of this was going on, but the original donut account was suspended because this person was just kind of posting all of this stuff and started getting cease and desist emails from various lawyers, and I was unaware. One of the reasons that the account was suspended and now they have a new account which only goes back a couple weeks, but they are still tripling down on this whole thing, is Atlas Group.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Apparently, the lady from Full Circle Donuts is taking on Atlas Group. Oh, dear.
It's not going to go well for her.
Well, it depends, because I'm sure what Atlas is going to do is try to hit her with a slap suit, which essentially means they're going to try to sue her for $8 million bajillion and hope that she will drop whatever it is that she's doing,
right?
And run away scared. Fortunately, when you go to most court cases, the judge, if it's worth anything, the weight of their robes, recognizes a slap suit and dismisses it. The problem is a lot of what is being posted is not backed by documents or reports or anything. It's kind of like people saying things on the internet, and there aren't necessarily police reports. But this is ultimately the problem, right? Is it's one of those situations where this has happened to hundreds of people. No one bothered to file a police report because they knew the police either wouldn't believe them or it was 8 years ago. And this person is taking it upon themselves to speak for the people who are too afraid to do so. And that sucks. That is a tough place to be, especially when you're going up against the Atlas Restaurant Group, a.k.a. Sinclair Media.
Yeah, and like when
Best
people...
of luck.
I read a couple of like different Reddit threads that she sent where people were like, crazy donut lady. And it's like, well, I mean, is she crazy or is she just like a little aggressive? And like,
I'd say very aggressive.
Yeah, but would we be calling her like crazy donut lady if she were, crazy donut too? And I don't know if we would be.
I think it would be like, I don't know what the term would be if it were a dude, but I think the reason people are saying crazy donut lady is because of the other stuff that has happened in the past.
I think she needs to, like she was wrong about the Obama donut thing, and she refused to like admit it. Like that was bad,
right?
But like, she shouldn't be crazy donut lady. I guess that's all.
It is. I mean, has been some like positive outcomes. For instance, Union, but also there was a restaurant. I think the name was like Orta or Orza,
Orto or something. Orzo.
Orca.
It's SeaWorld. It's called SeaWorld.
There was also another. There was also another guy from a tattoo parlor that was accused, and all of these people are kind of on the run at this point.
Well, then right, and it was Orto like the guy with the. Like the famous guy, the one who was really popular.
If they had a name, I don't remember it, but yeah, I mean, they started naming all of these people by name, like on social media. But also, Brian, you texted me the other day, and you were like, "Hey, what was that website where it's basically people who are posting pictures of these people that have apparently sexually assaulted them in the past?" It was called like Reveal.
Oh, whatever it's called, because I don't necessarily want to like. Get it taken down or anything.
No, it's already taken down. That's what I was getting to.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's gone.
Gotcha. I knew a couple dudes on it.
Oh, ooh.
Like personally.
Is the dirty still up?
The dirty is different. I feel like I checked the dirty maybe a year ago, just for fun, 8 months ago.
I love seeing Steve Jeppy on there. Weird.
Oh yeah, by Nick Ritchie. Man, remember when blogs were a thing?
Yeah, I mean, I still have one technically.
True.
I think they're poised for a comeback. People crave content.
The Dirty was a website where you could you had the Baltimore Dirty or the Atlanta Dirty or the New York Dirty, and you could write in about how fucked up dudes or chicks in your town.
Yeah, people that cheated on me, la la la.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's classy.
So yeah, the dirty.com is still up, but I don't see local, hyper local versions.
I think there is
it's a tag
tab or a tag
or a menu.
I would check back to this original topic. I'm glad that it's happening. I'm not glad for her. I do think that there should be some sort of I don't know, GoFundMe or something like that.
I think we just have to put the means of production in the hands of the workers.
Well, I mean, she's a single owner and operator, and usually sells out donuts as soon as she makes them. So
wait. So I'm trying to find Full Circle. I can't find a single trace of it on social media.
Yeah, because a lot of that's been taken down. If you go on Instagram and look up Full Circle Donuts with a Z on the end, you will find that.
Oh, okay. Because the Full Circle Donuts seems to be empty, which is really funny because on Facebook, they created an account called Full Circle Donuts in 2014 when they wanted to open a donut shop, right. And has people coming in and making like, "Oh, you're so terrible," posts, and she's like, "No, this isn't me. That's not me."
Wah wah. But yeah, if you look at the Instagram account, a lot of the posts are like, yeah, everything's taken down. Just Google Full Circle Donuts if you want to find our location. That's about it. But yeah, wow. Take your shot, young lady. Taking on Atlas is a big fucking deal.
It's shoot your shot summer.
Yep. Hot vax summer, shoot your shot summer. What other fill in the blank summer is it?
Another podcast I listened to said shot girl summer. Like as in, vaxxed and waxed.
Okay, sure.
They also use IRL summer. I think it's good.
Right.
Like, everything's going to be happening in real life summer. Yeah, lots of stuff.
Okay. You know what? None of that makes me angry.
Well, maybe a little bit.
None of that stuff. All of the stuff about Atlas makes me angry. I feel like there's not a good way to have this conversation because it's still ongoing, and it's like I don't even really know what's going on other than one person is. Well, I mean, some people on social media are trying to take these people down. It just seems like a very, very. I'm going to use the word dangerous because I'm sure that the DMs are getting slid into and all sorts of threats are being made. Yikes! Zoinks!
I'm just happy that I was in a serious relationship for the last 10 years and now a new relationship that isn't weird. Hooray!
Well, never mind all that. All that other stuff makes me a little angry.
Yeah.
There you go. Makes me a little venti.
Casey, nothing?
Okay. Brian?
20?
That's your line.
This banter is making me pissed offy. Rim shot. Uh-huh. All right, it's now time to go right and tell everyone to shut up.
We're going to let the band deal with this.
Okay, it's the end of the show in which we give the opposite of mad props, aka shut-ups, to persons, places, and things that are lowering our quality of life and not giving us any jollies whatsoever. Hey, backdoor shout-out to the shorty of an episode, 52 minutes strong, baby, except for that editing part in the middle with the bad video. Casey, what do you got?
Shut up because my toddler is refusing to go to sleep, and it's the past couple nights it's been 10 or 11 o'clock before he falls asleep, and then it's just not napping, and yeah, it's not a good place you want to be.
Quit letting him drink coffee in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give him
that baby.
Give him some rum before bed.
Okay. Do that.
No, not that.
Brian, what do you got?
I got this head cold. Really sucks. I hate it.
Head cold in the summer? Yikes.
Ugh.
Take some Benadryl, pass out. Okay, I've got to shut up. It's to anyone who posts something on social media about being a blank mama. Fill in the blank mama. Especially if the first word is Jeep. Get bent.
You could post you're a hot mama with a topless picture, though. That's fine.
That's fine. Yes, on Instagram somewhere. Also, anyone who refers to themselves as a mama bear, because all you're really saying is you're probably violent and are willing to fist fight someone over your kids, even if they're being little shits.
In a Walmart parking lot.
In a Walnut. Yes. Thank you, Brian.
You just described my entire upbringing.
Bunch of mama bears fist fighting.
Some place that I don't know where.
Yeah. Where in the world is...
In a Walmart parking lot.
Yes. If that were the title of the episode, I'd be very happy. That's very long, though. And that has been Shut Ups.
Shut up.
Wow. They say brevity is the soul of wit, and this has been episode 358 of the CTB show. Ow. I got a bug bite. All right, so it has been very fun hanging out with y'all. Any closing thoughts? Any Jerry Springer-esque closing thoughts?
Just remember, in this world in which we're so divided, we have to take the time to come together. Be kind to one another. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you very much for being a fan. Thank you very much for being a friend. Have a great day. And a better tomorrow.